Okay, good afternoon. We're going to wrap up our play, The Tragedy of Macbeth. We're going to begin with Act number 5. As we said earlier, Act number 5 has 8 scenes, okay? They're very short scenes. However, this is our crucial part. We had our crucial part in Act 4, Scene 2. However, now you're going to see how all of the things that happen in that Scene 2 will evolve on our final act. A doctor and a gentlewoman are going to be on stage as this act begins. And they're talking about Lady Macbeth. Lady Macbeth apparently has gone a little bit mad, and this gentlewoman has been taking care of Lady Macbeth for the past 2 days. This gentlewoman is going to say something very important. Lady Macbeth the gentlewoman will say that Lady Macbeth is going to be grabbing a paper, writing on that paper. She's going to read what she wrote on the paper. She's going to fold the paper, and she's going to go back to bed. What is Lady Macbeth writing on the paper? We don't know, but what we can assume is that it should be about what happened to Duncan. That is still going in the head of Lady Macbeth. Macbeth has already gone insane, going in a killing of people, sending murders to kill people. The only torture of Lady Macbeth has been the death of Duncan. That's it. Okay? Now you're going to see how the papers are and the roles are going to switch. Lady Macbeth is going to be in the way as Macbeth was showing us at the beginning, and now Macbeth is going to be ruthless as she was at the beginning of our play. Okay? Also, the gentlewoman is going to reveal, as the doctor asks, what are the symptoms? The gentlewoman is going to say that Lady Macbeth is sleepwalking. And as she sleepwalks, she's doing like this with her hands. What do you think is that?
Like washing away her
Like
hands.
washing the blood away. That's what this means. And she's going to do it as she is sleepwalking. Okay? The doctor is going to say, well, her illness is way beyond my practice. There's nothing I can do here.
When she sleepwalks, does she takes her nightgown off?
The what?
Does she takes her like pajamas off?
No.
It says something like that.
No. Okay. So
It's not a strip.
Lady Macbeth is gonna be ill, mentally ill for the rest of our play. Okay, let's go to Scene 2. The soldiers are led by Seward, by Macduff, and by Malcolm, and they're approaching towards Dancing Hill. That's the place where the castle of Macbeth is. Okay. Macbeth will get a report that the soldiers are approaching his castle. Macbeth is relaxed because of the prophecy. He's saying, the only person that I need to avoid or I need to keep my distance will be who? Macduff. Macbeth is going to start asking for his armor so he can be ready for battle. Also, Macbeth, at the end of the scene, is going to be talking to the doctor about the illness of Lady Macbeth. Scene 3 is gone. Now we're going to go to Scene 4. In Scene 4, the soldiers are going to arrive at Burnham Wood. And they're there to rest. And Malcolm comes to his soldiers and he's going to say the following. You guys are going to cut down branches from the trees And what you're going to do is you're going to cover yourself with those branches. Therefore, as we go along, you will cover yourself with those branches. What was one of the prophecies that the witches said? The forest, you don't need to worry until the Burnham Wood comes to your castle, comes to Dunsetting Hill. Macbeth is like, well, that's not going to happen. So apparently it will happen because they're going to cut the branches as a way of camouflage. Seward is going to say that the tyrant, Macbeth, is going to be confident as he is kept inside the castle. So he's saying if he remains in his castle, he will be protected. Malcolm is going to say the following. If the tyrant remains in his castle, that's going to buy us time to continue approaching his castle. Scene number 4 is done. Now we're going to go to scene 5. Macbeth is on stage with one of his soldiers called Satan, Seyton, S-E-Y-T-O-N. And he's going to ask for his soldiers to put out the banners in the castle as a way of showing strength. Macbeth, it's saying, I need to meet face to face with these people and take these people back to where they came from. All of a sudden, a cry of a woman is going to be heard. Satan is going to go off stage, and then he's going to come back and tell Macbeth that Lady Macbeth has committed suicide. So Lady Macbeth is dead.
Scene what?
Scene 5. Lady Macbeth is dead. Macbeth is going to say something very important, and it's the following. I have forgot the taste of fear. It's saying, in another stage of my life, that cry and that scream will make my body shiver of fear. But now, it doesn't. So that means Macbeth is like just normal about the fact that his wife just committed suicide.
Wait, why did she commit suicide again?
Remember that she was starting to get ill, and I imagine she's not going to be careful with that guilt, and she suicided. A messenger is going to come on stage, and he will inform Macbeth that Burnham Wood is approaching. Macbeth is going to be mad as this messenger, and he's going to say, you're a liar, and if you're dying, you will be hanged. When Macbeth goes out the window, he looks outside, and he's going to see the forest approaching. Okay? That's the end of scene number 5. Scene number 7. Number 6, I'm sorry. It's going to begin in front of Macbeth's castle. Macduff, Malcolm, and Seward are going to say, we are done talking. That's it for the talking. We're going to let our swords do the talking. And that's going to be it for scene 6. Now we're going to go to 7. Macbeth is going to say that he feels like a bear tied into a post. Remember in the background that I talked about the bear, that they used it as entertainment? That's why Shakespeare's using this line right here. Macbeth. Macbeth is a bear tied up to the post. Exactly. Very good, David.
So
Very good point.
He's gonna try to fight them all until he falls.
That's what he says. He is going to fight. And if he dies, he will end up fighting. The battle is going to begin, and Macbeth is going to meet face to face with young Seward. Young Seward is the son of old Seward. You're going to have those two characters in your play when you look at the list of characters. You got old Seward and young Seward. The old is the father and the young is the son. Macbeth is gonna find young Seward and he's gonna kill him.
Huh?
Macbeth will kill young Seward and he's gonna say, you died because you're born of a woman. So that's how he kills the first one in battle. Macduff is going to enter desperately in the battlefield looking for Macbeth. And he says, if Macbeth is killed and he is not killed by me, I'm going to have to carry with the weight of the death of my family in my shoulders. So I need to kill this guy. If someone else kills Macbeth, I will not be able to live on with that guilt.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like, if someone kills Macbeth, I'm going to flip out. I'm gonna kill him.
No, scene 8. Scene 8. Macbeth will say the following. Why should I play the Roman fool and die on my own sword? Back in the day when the Roman Empire existed, when they were fighting, if someone cut whatever Roman and they were dying and they thought that they were going to die, instead of dying, they were going to fall on top of the sword as of honor. It's better for us to die on our own sword than die by the sword of another person. So if they knew that they were going to die, they were going to fall on the sword.
Like a
Commit suicide. That was the way they were going to do it. Macbeth is going to meet face to face with Macduff. Finally, we got the final battle. And Macbeth is going to tell Macduff, out of all of the men, you are the only one that I'm avoiding. That is what Macbeth tells Macduff. Macduff answers, I am done talking. My sword will do the talking from now on. Macbeth is going to tell them, I am protected, Macduff, because no man born of a woman will be able to hurt me. Macduff is going to answer that I think that that's going to go wrong because in my case, that despair you charm, he untimely ripped from his mother's womb. That means that literally Macduff wasn't born of a woman.
What?
He was, okay, I'm going to explain it. There's, in that time, if you were in position when you are in your mother's channel and you're going to be born, you have to be head first. So that's why if they take you out, the first thing that comes out will be the head. However, if that little baby is twist, they're going to have to do, and in that case, that is called a breech birth. That means that birth is not going to be normal. That means they have to do what nowadays we would call a cesarean section. And in that cesarean section, they need to cut the woman open so they can take the baby out. Either because it's not head first, or either because the baby is tied up with the belly and if it's tied up, what's going to happen? What's going to happen with that? He could choke and he could die. So therefore, they need to take the baby out. Now, in those times, when you take out a baby throughout cesarean section, there is no blood transfusion. Therefore, if you took out the baby, the doctor was going to show the baby, or whoever was doing the practice will show the baby and the mother before the mother died. Because there was no way of saving the mother after she was cut open. Therefore, they showed the baby and they took it away before the mother died. So basically, that is a way that Macduff was born. So technically, he was not born of a woman. Technically, that's why he is the one that is going to take care of Macbeth. Macduff is going to walk off stage.
Huh? Macduff.
Macduff is going to come on stage, and when he comes back, he will come back with the head of Macbeth. And he's going to crown Malcolm as the new king of Scotland. So Macbeth is killed by Macduff. But remember, who is the one? Remember that Macduff is loyal to Duncan. Therefore, who was the one next to the throne? Malcolm. Therefore, that's why Macduff does what he do.
Anyway, even if Malcolm didn't do anything, he did the planning and he took advantage of Macduff's anger.
Yes. So basically, that's how our play ends. Our play is going to end by Macbeth being killed by Macduff and Malcolm becoming the new king of Scotland. So eventually, that will be the downfall of Macbeth, and that's what we call this, the tragedy of Macbeth. And that will be it for play Macbeth. Thank you.